Yo, 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 it's Mark's Tarot. Yes, I know I'm live. Thank you for the notification. shit. Hey Ninja, how you doing? Nanya. My day was good. I had a nice day today. It was nice weather today. I was outside cleaning everything, cleaning the pool, um, and cleaning all around here, all the leaves. A lot of leaves I cleaned up and everything. And everything was just filthy from all the wind and the rain and all the bullshit. So it was a nice day to clean everything, and that's what I did. And I was so glad that it was a nice day where I can actually stay outside all day and make sure everything's nice and clean. All was good. So yeah, it was perfect. It's very cloudy there. Today was nice and sunny for once. And not only that, it was no wind, no nothing. It was perfect. It was like the perfect weather to clean things and not have like, anything else dirty. It was nice. So it was perfecto. Absolutely perfect. Perfect weather. Perfect weather. Your internet's always getting in and out. It's time to upgrade, Ninja. To be honest, it's not even about internet speed anymore because that's all bullshit. That's just all a big scam too. What is internet is trash anyway. It happens with me when I'm watching my when I'm watching my Fire Stick. I have great internet, but when I watch Fire Stick and I watch like things online, it was good in and out the whole time I was watching the game just now. And I have good internet and I pay good money for it, but it don't make no difference. It's all a big scam. What it is if it's working good, you get a good connection. If it doesn't work good, then it ain't happening. It's just a pain in the ass. Thank God it works when I come on here, but it's just a big joke. A friend of mine has the cheapest internet you can get, and he has everything on his internet, and it works perfectly fine. Even when I got to upgrade, every time I got to upgrade on my internet service, I've done it like 3 times in the past couple years, and it don't make no difference. My parents had the cheapest internet, so they can run their Fire Stick, and theirs works better than mine. And I have better internet. It's all a big scam. That's all it is. The whole world is a fucking scam. It's like they make you think you're getting more for your money, but really you're not. You just get more for the same. You're paying more for the same shit. That's exactly what it boils down to. They lie to you and tell you, yeah, you're gonna get faster internet, better internet. Yeah, right. Then what is when you take a speed test, your name's already there. Yeah, just tell them that they got such and such a meg. And I'm like, yeah, look at that. I got all that internet. Yeah, cool. Then when it doesn't work, you're like, why the hell doesn't my internet work? I pay all this money for internet. My internet should be the bomb. Let me call the internet service. Oh, sir, we're having problems right now, but it should be fine in another hour. You'd be good. If you have any more problems, let us know. Next thing you know, all right, what's your best package? Because I need my internet. Oh yeah, sir, yeah, you pay $200 a month, you get the best internet. Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Next thing you know, it goes down again. You're like, yo, what the fuck, man? I'm paying $200 for this shit. Oh, sir, the rain went inside of a pipe and messed the wire up, and so there's guys working on it right now, sir. Please be patient with us. We apologize. Yeah, right. Whatever. Hey, it's all a big scam. And here the internet's going up on February 1st. Everything's going up by $10. It won't go down. It's going up by $10. Not what $1, not $2, but $10. They sent out a letter in January 1st and said that February 1st, all internet prices go up by $10. And I was like, wow, here we go again. Everything goes up. And that's why I like, who do I go through? It's a local company called Cellular One. Yeah. It's called Cellular One. We have Digicel, and we have some other companies, but they're all the same. Everybody, like people in my neighborhood, ask me, "Oh, what you have?" I said, "I have Cellular One," and they're like, "Oh, we have Digicel, and ours is shit." And I'm like, "Well, mine's shit too. Join the club." Oh, what do you have? I have this, that, whatever. And they're like, "No, no, they don't. No, that's trash too." Blah blah blah. And then you go on the reviews online, and it's got like 3 stars. I'm like, "Yeah." We wanted to change to see if it was better. But I told my sister, I said, "You don't remember when I first moved in? You guys had Cellular One, I had Digicel, and then it was no difference. Mine was all messed up, and I that's why I changed back to you to Cellular One because Digicel was complete trash." Like we have local companies and things like that, local like providers. But everybody's internet's the same. It's all garbage. It's all like, you're all feeding off of one thing. It's just like our electricity. You know, we're all like using a certain amount of amperage, and they say, "Oh yeah, if you use this," like I never forget. A big house needs 200 amp service. That's the biggest they can give you. But what they do is they tell the electricians just to put 100 amp service. So if you use over 100 amps, it's gonna spin that meter, and they're gonna pay more. So the company gets more money. Electric light company gets more money. But see, when I moved here, I told my brother-in-law and my sister, I said, "Look, we're gonna upgrade this. I'm gonna upgrade it to 200 amp service. but I need them to come here because you guys are the owners. So when they called, they were like, "Oh, well, we don't know if we can do that, because this and that, and blah blah blah." And then they was like, "Well, my brother's an electrician. He says it can be done. So it's up to you guys to do it because we need more power here, because this is a big ass house." And they were like, "Oh, well, we'll see. We can come there and check it out." So they came, and the guy was like, "Well, I can do it, but it ain't gonna make no difference." And I'm like, "Well, I guess we're gonna have to find out." I didn't even argue with him. I was like, "Well, I guess we're gonna have to find out then." And he's younger than me, right? And I'm saying to myself, I know you're trying to get us not to do it so we can pay more money, but it's not gonna work like that. You do what I tell you to do. So anyway, after about 2 months, my sister and my brother-in-law said, "Guess what? Our bill went down by $400. They were paying over $1,000 a month for the electric light bill. And then after that, it went down to 600 just by changing the meter. And I said, "Remember what that guy told you? It ain't gonna make no difference." And ever since then, it's made all the difference in the world because it's all bullshit. You know what, Ninja? I haven't heard from her. She was things were pretty bad with her. She was sick and she had another operation. Her mom was bad too. I haven't seen her. She came in that time when I messaged her, but I haven't messaged her since because I don't want to bother her. But I know she's been through a hard time. She went through some difficult situations, so hopefully. Hey, Edge of Aquarius, how you doing? Yeah, I hope she is too. I hope she's all right. When she's like got time, she'll be in here. People come and go, and I know people have lives, and you know, because I reached out to her. The last time I spoke to her, I reached out to her like a month before she ever got back to me. So I was like, well, I don't want to bother her or make her feel like she has to respond to me right away or something like that. So I just let it be. Sometimes I don't like to bother people, uh, but I don't want them to also think that I don't give a shit about them because I do. I just don't want to bother anybody. But hopefully she's okay though. You're good. Good to hear. Yeah, my day was all right. All good. Was cleaning all day. I accumulated another big bag of trash of all the stuff that I have around here, and I sorted out my little storage room, so I can make more room for more stuff. And I cleaned that out, and I washed my porch. It was ridiculously full of shit everywhere, and today was like the perfect day to clean everything outside. My door would because the wind and the rain, it was leaves everywhere. I had to rake up leaves. I cleaned the pool. I did like all this stuff. I swept all these leaves into. I had like a mound of leaves, and I put them all in like the trash bag. And I sorted out all the things that I don't need. So my car has like some trash in the back that I have to take to the dump tomorrow. Like old stuff that I had laying around. I just didn't want anymore. I was like, yeah, it's time to get this shit out of here. Out with the old and in with the new. So it was good. I went shopping and it was a miracle. I went to like, you guys have Sam's and Costco's and all these like, the like discount warehouse places where you buy bulk things. I went to the bulk store like really. I went there like 7 o'clock tonight. I dropped off my nephew to his volleyball practice, and oh yeah, the project was on full time today. And when I dropped him off, I said I'm gonna go to this place and see if I can find all the stuff we need. And I got every single thing on my list. I couldn't believe it. I had a shopping cart and I went in there and I said, maybe if I like take the because usually I'll walk in there and I'll go check if everything's in there first, and then I'll get a shopping cart because I don't want to walk around with a shopping cart with nothing in it, look like an idiot, right? Because usually they don't have, certain things that don't need it. So I went in there with the shopping cart, all enthusiastic and like hopeful that everything was gonna be there. And sure as shit, I got every last thing I needed. And I was like, this is a freaking miracle. I said, this year is starting off good. So like I got things like dog food, oil to like fry stuff. I got like, 6 pack of bounty paper and thingy, and I got like all sorts of shit that I needed, like bulk stuff. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe it. I even got a park outside. It was hardly anybody in there. It was like 10 people in there. And I was like, this is a miracle. I'm going through all these, like getting everything I need and just going, boom, okay, got this, got that, got this. And I looked in the cart and I was like, yeah, I got everything on my list. I was like, now comes the painful part. You have to pay for it all. And I was like, oh shit, whatever. So I got home and my sister was like, I can't believe they had everything. I said, you? I said, of course. I'm very doubtful when I go sometimes because I never get everything. But I was happy. I got everything I need. So I'm good to go for another month. My sister and my nephews asked me to get stuff for them, and they had everything they needed. I needed. We all got something out of it. So it was good. I even got a bag of potatoes. They were on sale for $5.99 for a big ass bag of potatoes. So I was like, okay, cool. They're on special. I'll grab me a bag. I had some potatoes here already, but I said, might as well get another bag. Can never have enough potatoes. So yeah, all was good. Had a good day. A lot of cleaning, purging. As Age of Aquarius says, purging. So I did a lot of that today. I cleaned up a lot of junk, got rid of a lot of things I don't need. Like like your doormat, and I have a doormat and I have another mat as you come in to wipe your feet, and I have another mat in the kitchen. So all three mats I took outside, brushed them off, washed them, and hung them up on my line out here. They're still out there because it didn't dry in time, so I just left them out there. So I was happy with that. I was like, thank God, I got everything clean. And tomorrow morning, I'm gonna sweep and mop my floor and then put the mats back. Yeah. Miss Diamond was outside watching me all day. I tied her up outside and put her on her like big leash. She was out there watching me wash everything. She's just looking at me like, okay, cool. She's hilarious. So I just gave her some macaroni for dinner. Gave her some macaroni and stuff. So she's all happy. This is her outside. See, she's outside by my big cedar tree. She's enjoying the sun. Crazy dog. Crazy dog. So yeah, I did a few readings today too. Helped out my friend on her channel today. So I had a good time. My friend had our first live today. I put it on my community page for everyone to check out. She went live and I was helping her and modding in her channel for a bit. It was nice. Overall, I had a good day. Overall, had a good day. So all was good. It's nice to help everyone. People help me, I help them. Life is good. This year started off very good. This year has definitely started off very good. Everybody coming together, everybody having fun. Yes, sir. Oh shit. I don't know if you guys have lens crafters where you are. But lens crafters, I went to lens crafters like 4 years ago, where I got these glasses. It says that like you can get like a payment up to $50 from some settlement on your like prescription eyeglasses, but it says U.S. residents only, and I'm not a U.S. resident, so I don't know what this is about. But this is the second time I got this email. It's like they're trying to give the people a settlement fund for like your glasses or something. I don't know. But I'm not from America, so it says if you are a US resident, you can get like the last 10 years you can get like a payment up to $50 off your glasses or some shit like that. I have no idea what that's about, but anyway, don't make no sense. Hmm. I have no idea. All right, Ninja, good night. Take care. Yeah, we didn't have any oh hell no, -20. Holy shit. I don't blame you. A lot of people have been telling me it's super cold. A lot of people told me it's super cold where they are, but not here. Here it's so nice. It's perfect. I would not want to be in that cold ass weather anyway. Yeah, some lens crafters shit do it. I just read on my email there. I was like, well, I can't claim off of it because I'm not from there. So we don't have lens crafters here. We have what's it called? Vision care or something like that. I know Atlantic Vision Care. Yeah, something I can't remember. Yeah, I think it is. I didn't read all of it because it's not applicable to me. Like I'm not a resident of the United States. It's only for U.S. residents. So which makes sense because it's a U.S. Place or whatever. I went to Boston 4 years ago and I got these glasses. So, and I took a test there and everything, and they hooked me up. So because if I do it here, it's gonna cost a fortune. So I got it for like half the price out there. But I have to go back out there and get a test, take another test because it's been 4 years now. So after like 3 years, I think they ask you to get a test. So I might go out there in March. I'm planning on to, but we'll see how life goes. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not sure yet. I don't feel like going away anyway. It's too much COVID, too much. It's too expensive. Like the prices of everything is ridiculous. It just goes up and up and up. Even the hotels. I tried to look for a hotel yesterday in Boston to go see my nephews play volleyball in Boston, and the hotel's $310 a night. So if you go for like 4 nights, 5 nights, you're paying $1,500 just to sleep in a shitty ass bed, not get no sleep, and then give you some bullshit cornflakes for your breakfast in the morning. I ain't paying all that money for that shit. Hell no. And you gotta pay. It's probably like the plane ticket's probably gonna be like between $500 and $700. And then I want to go watch a game or something like that, like a basketball game. That's gonna be another $200-300. It's like that's 2 grand going. That's almost 3 grand going right there, just for a couple days. I don't even make 3 grand in a couple days, let alone spend it. Yeah, that's why I got. Yeah, I'm in the email system. Yeah, so that's why they probably sent it to me because they thought maybe I was from Boston, but I'm not. A bitch. Yep. Yeah. It's just ridiculous prices right now. I'm not dealing with that no more. Got like this beam of thing coming down here. That's better. It's gone now. I had like a little streak of something coming down there on the camera. Yeah, it's just everywhere I look, it's like all bullshit prices. You're looking at that saying like if I go away for a couple of days, that's how much it's gonna cost me. I'm like, oh hell no. I honestly just don't feel like going anywhere. I honestly like don't. I really don't care. I haven't been away in 4 years, and I don't even care. I don't even miss it. I really don't. I love being home. I love being here, and I have so much work to do. I have so many things I want to accomplish. And if I go away, I'm gonna buy more unnecessary hats and clothes and sneakers that I don't need because I'm gonna get excited. When I go shopping, when I go away, I like to go shopping, and I don't need to go shopping because I have everything I need. If I go away, I'm gonna watch a basketball game that I can watch on the TV. And good, I've watched like 30 to 40 games live in my lifetime, so I really don't need to go again. All I'm gonna do is waste a whole pile of money that I can just save. So I'm kind of like being, nah, whatever. I honestly really don't feel like going away. I'd rather just wait when I have enough money to just like, you know, say fuck it. I can afford to spend that thousands of dollars on nothing. I need to be here. I need to work. I need to save my money, and I'll go on a nice trip eventually. And I'm tired of going to the States anyway. I'm tired of going all to I want to go to Portugal again. I miss Portugal. I miss going out there. I want to go somewhere where I really like to go, which is Portugal. So, and that's an expensive trip too, but at least it's worth it when I pay for it because you're going like far away. So it's worth it. I mean, I'm going like a 2 hour flight to go to Boston and spend thousands of dollars for nothing. It makes me mad. So I'm like, fuck, here I am 2 hours away and I'm in like a cheaper country and fuck that. So I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I really, really want to go to Portugal again. I haven't been to Portugal in 20 years. So I would love to go now and see what it looks like now, 20 years later, and go watch my team play and go have some fun, go check out some family here and there, I guess. I might want to go see family, but I'll see what happens. And then there's always an option of going to Canada to go see my nephews. Both of them are out there in college. One's in Halifax, one's in Toronto. So I might go out there and go see those guys. My oldest nephew, he's going to graduate this year from college. So I might go out there and watch him graduate. I have a lot of options, but I don't know which option I'm going to take yet. I am not sure what option I am going to take, but I'm going to see what I want to do eventually. I'm going to see. We shall see. Oh, mercy. So yeah, I have options. I just have to pick the right one. I just got to pick the right option. All right. I have to just make sure I sent that email. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely tell all my Toronto people. You know, my uncle's out there too. He's in the hospital recovering right now. But I have family out there and friends out there. I'd love to go out there again. It's only like a 2.5 hour flight too. Oh, hey Marley, how you doing? Hope you feel better, sweetheart. So yeah, I have a few options. So I have to make sure I go see what I can do. I shall see. I shall see. I'll see what happens. Yes, for sure. I gotta eat cake everywhere I go, you know? Oh man. Now it's just down, watery eyes. So I can't wear my contacts. Oh man. Oh, you know, I love that damn cake. Absolutely. I haven't had no cake in a while. Trying to stay away from cake because you know it's my weakness. My mom made chocolate chip cookies, and she gave me like 5 of them in a bag. And I was like, I don't want these damn things. You better take them. I made them. Huh? Yeah, homemade chocolate chip cookies. And she always makes everything homemade. She don't really make box shit. So she gave me like uh, another box, like container full of cookies for my nephews and my sister. And within like a couple hours, they were all gone. She makes like the best homemade chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, she makes pound cake. She makes pound cake, but she puts like food coloring in it, like a swirl, like a green swirl in it. Um, she makes like all sorts of stuff, like all Portuguese type of, you know, pastries and things like that. I like danishes and all that. That's what I like. I like danishes. I like cookies, cake, brownies, cookie brownies. I make cookie brownies from scratch too. So I haven't done that in a while. Hey Jessica, how you doing, sweetheart? You alright? Yeah, my mom makes nice pound cake every now and then. She made it like about 3 weeks ago. She makes rice pudding. She makes like all sorts of cookies and she makes cakes too. And she makes like these really nice pecan tarts. That's what I love the most. I love those things. I can eat like the whole fucking batch. They taste so good. But yeah, I don't eat all that stuff now. It'll destroy my insides. So I just eat a little bit here and there, and then that's it. I'll take a break for a little while. But she makes everything. I like eating like apple tarts and apple pies and things like that, and all that stuff. Yeah, rice pudding is so good. I love rice pudding. My mom makes like the rice pudding. I help her sometimes because you have to keep like stirring it in the pot. So like, and then you put the eggs in there, and it's like her rice pudding is like it's yellowish, and then it's got like she puts like a cinnamon stripes all over it, like this way, that way, like a star type of thing. She makes like a design with the cinnamon. So it's like it's banging. It's like so good. I honestly wish that we can eat and not gain weight. And some people can eat all that shit and they never gain weight. I just don't understand. I'm like, fuck, where you just put that shit and you don't even put on no damn weight? What the fuck? It irritates me because I want to eat all that shit, but then I end up being like a fucking beluga whale or something. I can't eat all that shit. I wish. Yeah, some people. I One of my best friends. He's like skinny as heck, and he eats like more than me. And I'm like, fuck. If I ate like you, I'd be triple the fucking size. I'm like, damn it, man. Where the hell you put that shit? It's crazy. Even my nephews, my skinny young nephew, the youngest one, he ate like the same thing that I ate today, and he ate it like way faster than me. And he was like, and he even ate more after that. He was like, "You want the rest of this macaroni?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." He goes, "Oh, I'm gonna eat it." I was all right, good. I don't care. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know a lot of people have like outrageous metabolisms and bodies where like it burns everything. Like, and some people can't. Yeah, me too. I can't eat certain things or else I'll gain weight quick. And I'm like, no, no, fuck that. I've definitely watched what I eat lately. Like I can't just like Christmas time. I ate all that like chocolates and candies and cakes and all sorts of shit and food. And I'm like, yep. Now that it's January, I ain't eating none of that shit no more. I'm gonna go back to my, eating better and eating less and drinking all like drinking water all day. Yeah, Marley, it may me. Well, I talk all goddamn day too. Ain't made no difference, you know. And I don't even eat that much. It just it just stays on me and doesn't want to come out. I guess I don't fucking know. Guess my body says, "Hey, bro, you got to keep it in here for a while." Mhm. I don't know how people can be like super huge. I would never want to be like super huge where you can't even like wipe your ass or something. Like can't even move. I'm like fuck that. Thank God I won't get to that stage. Thank you. No way. Hell no. Like, I can't do that shit. Hell no. Nah, I don't smoke and drink for 6 years now. Going on 7. And I don't eat a lot of food anyway. I don't really eat much. Like, but the thing is like it's just the way it is. I have to burn it all off. And if I don't, it just sits there. And it's annoying. Mm. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I always wondered about that. I'm like, how the hell did this fucking person even wash themselves? You can't even bend the fuck up. What the hell you? Why would you want to be that big? That shit's gross. Ugh. Mm-mm. I like to be clean, man. I can't. If I find myself, and that's what happened to me like about maybe 10 years ago. I say 10 years ago, I was probably the biggest I ever was. I let myself go, like, and I was just like mad. And I was just like, drinking soda a lot. I used to love Pepsi, see, and I used to drink soda every day. I never drank water. I was just drinking Pepsi and coffee and just eating junk food because I was doing a job where like I had to go early and I couldn't eat. I had to like I always ate takeout and shit because I didn't have time to make food. And then I got up to like 260 and I was like, oh hell no. And I felt myself like feeling worse and worse and worse. And I went on the scale and it said 261. And I was like, oh fuck no. I ain't never been this big in my life. And I knew I was bigger than I was because I can just tell. And I felt that way in my clothes and everything, and the way I bent down and worked. And I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. I gotta lose weight. So I went on like a serious diet for a whole year, and I lost 60 pounds. I went all the way down to 200. And I was like, phew, I feel much better now. I just felt like I lost the whole person. So yeah, I walked every day, rain, blow, or shine. I remember some days in the rain, I'd be walking with a rain suit, umbrella, stroking around the fucking field. I went to like this big ass soccer field and park area, and I walked around there like 4 or 5 times. And it was like a half an hour. Then I walked 6 rounds in like 45 minutes. It's like it was a big ass area. And I just timed myself and just listened to music, and I kept on the grind. And everybody's like, holy shit, you lost all this weight. How the hell did you do that? I said, well, I'm eating the same damn food, but I'm not drinking Pepsi anymore. But I'm eating the same food I love, and I'm just drinking water instead of Pepsi, and only drinking 1 cup of coffee instead of like 3 or 4. And I walk every day. I never ran until like the very end. So yeah, that was like 10 years ago, and then I gained back like 30, and now I'm stuck on 230. So I'm like, all right, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I've seen that show 600 Pound Life. I never want to be that size. That's 3 times me. No, fuck that. I'll never do that shit. Hell no. Yeah, I consider myself cute, you know. But yeah, I don't. When I lost all that weight, like a lot of my women friends were like, "I don't like you this size. I like you when you were bigger." And I'm like, well, I don't care what you like. I had to do it for my own well-being. Like I felt like I had to do it. And I had women to come up to me and say, I liked you when you were bigger. It just suited you better. And I'm like, well, you don't live in my body. I don't care what you think. I want to, like, be less. Like, it was nice losing all that weight. I don't give a fuck what you think I look like. So, yeah, I want to be an example for most people, but they don't want to be. But yeah, I want to lose like 20 pounds and I'll be happy. Yeah, I know. I know. They was hating because I had lost all that weight, and then it was all good though. But yeah, I know they wanted to palm me. I actually got more women when I was bigger than I did now, to be honest, which is weird and crazy and don't make no sense. But there's a lot of women out there that like bigger guys, stocky guys. Women don't really want no skinny ass guy because he can't do no damage. But of course I would. Of course. Why not? You only live once. You know. No, that's cool. You can ask me anything. I'm honest. Yeah, they like the teddy bear. That's what a lot of women said to me. Like, I like the way you are. You're you're like my big teddy bear. I'm like, okay, I'll be your big teddy bear. Sure. There's a lot of big guys that have like fine ass women, and they take care of them. Some women just like big guys, bigger than me. I don't consider myself that big, but there's some like monster mofos out there, like 300-pound guys with these sexy ass, nice looking women. I'm like, God damn, bro, you must be paying. But that's just a woman. That's just some women's preference. You know? Yeah, I'm always honest. I ain't gonna lie about nothing. And I know some big ass women that like skinny guys. So everything's a preference. I always tell people I have a preference too, but if I can't get the preference, it don't matter to me. Yeah. Preferences are more likely something that we dream of and what something that we really, really hope for. But half the time you don't get what you really prefer. You just take whatever is available and you work with it. Like, you're like, oh, I wish this person was a little bit that way or whatever. In the perfect world you get what you want, but some people get what they want. Some people got lucky. Some people get lucky as fuck. So that's just it. I'm not big, but I wouldn't want to a man be skinnier than me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There is someone for someone. Yeah, preference is everything. What's my preference in size and everything? No. I don't know. It all depends, really. But I like a woman that's shorter than me. I'm 5'7", so I want someone shorter than me, preferably. So like 5'5", 5'6", whatever, 5 feet. I like my short women. I don't want nobody taller than me, cause then. But when we lay down, we're the same size, if you know what I mean. Hint, hint. So yeah, but if she's a little tall, I don't really care. Like it's all good. I like brunettes. I don't really like blondes, but all depends on what she looks like. I prefer my Latino women and Portuguese looking women. That's what I like. You know, I don't like no pale ass women. You know, start looking like some ghost to me and shit. I can't handle that. But I like women with long ass hair. I don't like women with short hair. It's not my thing. But if it suits you and it's for you, see that's the thing. Preference comes with a lot of different type of ways. Like I can have like the person that I really like, but she likes to wear her hair short, so I'll take her for who she is. But even though I wish she had longer hair, or I have a decent woman that I want, but she has no ass. So it's like fuck. What am I gonna do with that? To flip pancakes. Yeah, I like the Latino girls. Yeah, curvy. You know, I like somebody with some meat. I don't like no skin and bones. I don't want to see your rib cage. I don't want to see your bones. You gotta got some meat, some cushion for the pushing. Now, but honestly, that's the preference, but that's just sometimes it's more of my preference nowadays is like your personality and what you do for a living I don't really care about like body parts and things like that no more. I rather have like somebody who's smart, somebody who has like their shit together, somebody who's independent, shit like that. Like I don't really care. Like what I think of black women, yeah, I'm attracted to black women too. I used to date a black woman. I was actually trying to date one last year, but she is you know, she's kind of weird. Not because she's black, but because she's just weird. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't care if you're black, white, Portuguese, Latino, Chinese. I don't give a fuck. Like, color don't mean nothing to me. It's the person. Like, in Bermuda, there's a lot of black women, so I'm always eyeing them up. I'm like, yeah, I would date you. Hell yeah. Goddamn, girl. You have it all that cake. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Yeah, see. There you go. But like all that stuff is like, it's I mean, it all depends. Like a preference is a preference, but sometimes like the women that the last couple women that I've like been involved with, they fit none of those preferences. They're nowhere near the preference that I want. But I dated them because, I had a connection with them. At least, I thought I did to a certain time until I had to be like, yeah, it's time for you to go. But like that's the thing. It doesn't really matter to me. What matters now in this present time is how, I can adapt to them and how we can, if you're honest, then that's an attraction to me. The more honest you are, the more I'm gonna like you, the more I'm gonna, love you and trust you and shit. I can't just like, I can date. It doesn't matter who, what race or what religion or whatever. That don't matter to me too much. I don't really give a shit about those things. As long as we can interact with each other and have like, I'm attracted to you and I like how you are and how you treat me, and all that preference shit goes out the window. So I'm a go of the flow person, you know. I'm a go of the flow guy. If you're a blonde chick with blue eyes and you're skinny and you're from like some ungodly country, like fucking whatever, it's like Norway or something like that, for instance, and you don't really speak good English, or you're like, you're here in Bermuda working, I'm attracted to you, and we get along and we're cool, and I'm like, fuck, this is nowhere near my type, but you know what? I actually love this person. They're really cool, and things like that. That's just an example where the person is nowhere near the preference I want or whatever I ever wanted in my life. But we have a connection and we end up getting married and have a wonderful life. And I'll be sitting there telling her, I'm not gonna tell her that I don't prefer her or never really thought about, but now I do, obviously, because I know who she is. I trust her, I love her, and whatever else. So that's like I tell people like I don't really it doesn't even matter anymore because I feel like when a guy has a flashy woman, it's a fucking problem. Because a lot of women, not all, a lot of women think, oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm beautiful, I got it going on. And if my man acts up, I know I can go get another man because I'm beautiful and I'm sexy and I'm this and I'm that and I'm got money and I'm got that. You know. So like that's how women are. And men are like that too, but I'm just talking as a man. So when you have like a fine ass looking woman, she's always a liability in my mind. Cause she's gonna think that yeah, I'm super fine, I can get any man I want. or I'm got money, I don't need this mofo. Or if he acts up one day and I feel like I don't want him anymore, I can always go find another man. So I got it going on. You know? So that's how, like, I can that's how I look at a lot of fine women, that they always think that, oh yeah, I can get anybody I want, so fuck you type of vibe. And men are the same way. So like, if I have someone who's average in all ways for me, that's cool too, because I ain't gotta worry about her acting like that, thinking like that, you know, and I ain't gotta deal with her like disrespecting me in any way. But who knows? You know, I honestly don't really care, to be honest. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm good. And she could say the same thing about me. You know? She can be like, "Oh, Mark has all these women talking to him all the time. He can leave me and go to them. He's a liability. He's a psychic online. All the women say, 'I love you, Marky.'" And then next thing you know, like, she'd be like, "Look, I can't handle these women in your room telling you they love you, and I'm not sure if you're cheating on me. I'm gonna have to go." I said, "Well, here's the door. Smile you later." But hey, preference is one thing, but it doesn't mean that I have to have it. It's just a preference. That's it. But I would date, a person who is trustworthy. That's my whole biggest thing, biggest point. Preference is a preference, but it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that that's what I, have to have in my life. Because, you know, I've dated pretty much, you know, different type of women, so it don't bother me. I don't mind. Oh, hell no. Hell no. No way in hell. She'd have to get over that. Let me tell you something, man. I have to deal with her. What if she has male friends? I'm never gonna tell my girlfriend, look, you can't talk to that guy no more because you're with me. That's fucking stupid. Like, because if you start telling a woman or a man you can't do this and you can't do that, then that's somebody you don't want in your life. Because who are you to tell me what to do? Or because you're my boyfriend or you're my girlfriend, you got to tell me what to do? No, hell no. That's not what a relationship is. A relationship is not what you. The only people that tell you what to do is your parents, because they were in charge of you. A boyfriend and a girlfriend and a spouse is not in charge of you. They're supposed to be with you and supporting you. And when you meet that person already has those friends. So if you don't understand that from day one, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. You shouldn't even never try to be in a relationship if that's what you consider, like, that's a control freak shit. You know what I'm saying? I can never do that to my girlfriend and tell her, look, you can't speak to Bill, Bob, Jack, and Joe, but you can speak to that, the nerdy guy, um, Will. I'm just putting out names here because I don't think that guy's a threat because he's married, blah blah blah. But those single guys, you can't talk to them. That girl probably slap me in the face and tell me, "Are you out of your damn mind? I'll speak to who I want." So what if she has a male boss and she speaks to her boss all the time? I can't tell her to go speak to her boss. That's just like stupid shit. But a lot of people are like that though. A lot of people are like that. Yo, I don't want you doing talking to that guy. Hell no. Ain't no woman gonna tell me I can't speak to other women. That's just like your insecurity and your dumbness. Gotta be open to that, like, and just trust that nothing's happening. Obviously, if something happens, then obviously, it was meant to happen and you weren't meant to be with that person. You made a mistake dealing with an idiot. And that's why the relationships don't work, Jessica, because of that. You can't have a man that tells you can't speak to other men. That's just dumb as shit. That's just like the stupidest thing you could tell somebody, to be honest. That don't make no sense to me. I've never like one of my last girlfriends told me that, oh, you can't speak to that person, or why you speak to that person all the time. I said, I've known that person way longer than you. And that person has a boyfriend, but she's my friend. That's like you telling me I can't speak to my sister because she's a woman. That's the same shit. That is the same thing. That's like you telling me I can't speak to my mother because she's a female. Hey, what the fuck are you talking about? Hey, Amanda, how you doing? I hope to God I'm 100% correct. But that's why I don't have a relationship, because a woman always thinks, why doesn't this guy tell me that I can't speak to these other guys? Like, I don't give a fuck. You want to speak to these guys? Go right ahead. As long as you ain't fucking them and cheating on me, then we ain't gonna have a problem. If you're basically talking to them, but see, some guys will be like, don't you dare hug that guy. That guy's thinking of other things. Of course he's thinking of other things. You could think about fucking my girl, but you ain't. And if you do, then I'm gone. You can have her. Goodbye. It's not meant for me. I'm cool with that. Go for it. If it ain't meant for me, it ain't meant for me. If I have a cheating ass girlfriend, then goodbye. If I have a loyal girlfriend, then I ain't gotta worry about her talking to other guys. Because I know she's not doing anything. And I hope to God she thinks the same about me. But see, that's the problem with relationships, is you have to build that trust over time. And even if you've known somebody for like 5, 10 years, right? Say you've been going out with somebody for 5 years, and then you have a big argument over some dumb shit, right? Over money or something like that. And you happen to go to the grocery store, and your friend sees me talking to another woman. And she'd be like, hey, girl, you wouldn't believe it. Mark's talking to so and so in the grocery store. And he was telling her about you and him fighting. And she gave him a hug. And he was all talking to her. And, I saw him exchange numbers and things like that. That's going to start like, then you're going to say, oh, yeah, see, I argue with him. And now he's going to go fuck another bitch. So that's exactly what you're going to say. And that's what happens is, when you're mad, you want to do some dumb shit, like, to say, yeah, fuck it. You think everything, because of one argument, you think you can ruin your whole life with your whole relationship. So people gotta like calm down, breathe. And the last thing you want to do is talk to anyone after an argument with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You just want to like talk to your buddy or your mom or your dad or your sister or something. Last thing you want to do is go to the grocery store and then see one of her friends, and then, next thing you know, you're cheating or you do some dumb shit out of the blue because you was fighting. And that's what happens like with people. So, and that's why a lot of people get comfortable with narcissistic behavior and people, because they think that they're obligated, because you're with me, you're obligated to do what I tell you what to do. A love relationship does not consist of a man telling you you can't speak to Mark and Mark's terror and get readings from him because he's a man. You better go to a woman's psychic. Imagine if your man told you you couldn't come in here no more and talk to me. What you gonna tell him? Okay, babe. Mark's in Bermuda, so his D can't reach me because we're in Colorado, so we don't have to worry about it. Oh, but I don't care. You can't talk to that guy. I'll be like, chill out, bro. I don't want your woman. I'm just reading her. It's so good, bro. I'll read her and you can fuck her. Okay? Deal? All right, bro. Cool. Let me prove to you I'm in Bermuda like miles and miles away from you. It's okay, bro. There's some weird ass people like that, man. And I don't know how you women put up with it. I really don't. And I blame you women for allowing these stupid men to treat you like that. If you ever have a man like that, you need to run. And I don't care how good the sex is, you better fucking run. Don't ever let a man tell you what the fuck to do with yourself or your life. You're an idiot for letting a man tell you you can't do this and you can't. As soon as you hear can't, you say, no, no, no. You don't tell me what to do. You ain't my mom. You ain't my daddy. You're my man. You know what that means? That means you support me, you trust me, you love me, and you care about me. I ain't gonna cheat on you. And if you think I am, then you might as well end the relationship right now. You got trust issues or mommy issues, bro? Don't be in a relationship. Okay? You must be out of your damn mind. I'm never told a woman you can't do this and you can't do that. Hell no. That woman will slap me upside my head and tell me you better tell me what to do, you idiot. Yeah, I never ever told a woman in my relationship you can't talk to that guy. Or you can't do this, or you can't go out with your friends. You can't wear that. I remember one day I did it. I was dating this chick, right? And we been on like our third date to a really fancy restaurant. But she didn't know where I was taking her. And she had ripped up jeans, right? And I said, fuck, I wish I would have told you that we were coming to this place because I don't know if you're going to be able to go in there like that, right? So she was like, well, that's why you should have told me. And I was like, well, you know, I wanted to surprise you, you know, this is like our third date. So I want to take you somewhere decent. But yeah, I should have told you. But you know what? Who cares? Like once you sit down, you can't see your jeans. So she goes, that's a good point. Maybe they'll let us in. So the guy was like, oh, we have a dress code, but there's no one here tonight. It's pretty, you know, quiet. And I said, look, bro, when she sits down, you can't see her ripped up jeans. And he goes, oh, we're not worried about that. It's okay. So she was all laughing and shit. We had a great time. You know, and I was like, see, look, it all worked out. So things like that, like, you know, we was like, I'm not gonna tell her what to wear. Or I didn't tell her long, you need to go back home, bitch. You got ripped up jeans, you know? Like, I ain't telling her what to wear or what to do. And the guy was cool. He was like, yeah, come in, man. Don't worry about it. Gives a fuck. They want your money. They ain't worry about what you're looking like. And people there weren't looking any better anyway. Yeah, it is true. You stay longer than what you really want to, you know. You know what, Jessica, that guys are jealous of some guys are jealous of the woman get more attention than he does. But a woman's always jealous too, man. There is jealous women. When you see me talking to if I'm your boyfriend and you see me talking to your best friend and laughing and talking about someone, we have something in common, you're gonna feel jealous. I know you are, because that's a human thing to do. You're gonna be like, oh, look at my boyfriend, he's all laughing with my best friend. Like, this is fucked up, because they go for the same team where they have something in common or something. Like, it's always in the back of your mind something's gonna happen. Like, it's a human thing to do. It's the way it is. But if you think that way, but you know it ain't gonna happen, then you can erase it out of your mind. But if you ever tell me, oh, you can't talk to my best friend, I'll be like, what did you say? Say that again. I can't talk to your best friend? Okay, well, then you can't talk to me then. Goodbye. I would say it just like that. Goodbye. I ain't got no time for that baby ass shit. If I can't talk to your friends or can't talk to anybody else, then what's the sense of going anywhere? I might as well put duct tape on my mouth and put blinders on me so I can't see other women or talk to them. And I'll be like, they'll be like, oh, why is your boyfriend got duct tape on his mouth and black shades? I told him he can't talk to anyone or look at any asses and titties going by women because I get jealous. He's all mine. People will be like, all right, there, sweetheart. You want me to take your temperature? You need a shrink? You need a psychiatrist or something? You okay? You can't have a boyfriend, sweetheart. That shit's impossible. Yeah, but people are like that. Yeah, exactly. I agree. If you don't trust someone, you don't deserve to be with them. Therapy don't even help them. That's the sad part. Yeah. Oh hell yeah. That's good, Amanda. That's a good thing. That's somebody to hold on to forever. You know. Well, that's the thing. If you have good friends, your friends won't do that to you. You know what I'm saying? If you have good friends, your friends won't do that to you. But the thing is, you gotta understand. Is people have to understand that if you're like say it's you, your man, and your best friend and their child, and you're watching like their sports game or something, and you go to cheer on your child at the at the sideline, and then your friend is talking to your husband, right? And then you look back and they're giggling and they're like, yeah, yeah. And you look back, what are you going to think? Are you going to say, you know what? I don't like the fact that my best friend's laughing with my husband and my husband's laughing with my best friend. Even though I trust them both, but, you might feel like a type of way. You might be like, I hope nothing's going on over there. 'Cause every time like they get together, they're all laughing and all cool and all this and all that. You might take it as like, a threat, or then you might just say, those two always talking shit, whatever. Exactly, Amanda. Exactly. But that's just you. But I would say 7 out of 10 women would not want that to happen. And that's being honest. Because I know how people are. And I can tell you right now that if I asked 10 women, 7 out of 10 would say I'd rather not them be all chummy like that. Yeah, there should be boundaries, but as long as they're not got their hands all over each other, they're hugging each other and shit like that, obviously that's a little bit overboard, right? But as long as they're talking and they're cool or whatever, who cares? But some people can't take that shit. Yeah, girl and guy could. But see, but that's the thing. See, if you're talking like that, that means that you don't want that to happen at all. See what I'm saying? But if you really trust your man for years and years and years, you can trust your man talking to anybody. Because it's not like you see your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend 24/7 all day, every day. And if you do, you know nothing's happening because you're watching them every day. The only time you probably don't see them is when they go take a shit or they go use the bathroom or they go visit their parents or whoever else, right? Or they go to work. So when they're not around, how do you know they're not doing anything? But if you think like that, then you should not be in a relationship. This is my point. And this is I joked about it the other day. I said, imagine having a boyfriend or a girlfriend that every hour they're like texting you or calling you. See, that to me is just too much. Like if you're calling me or texting me every hour, to see where I am, what I'm doing, or how's my day, and you're just bored out of your brains. Like that shit there, I can't handle. And I would never want to be with somebody like that. Not because I'm doing dumb shit, it's because it's unnecessary. That's like, just stupid. It's a waste of time, money, energy, and it's just basically smothering, yes, but it's also like, obsessing over where you are. But some people are like that, and I never want to be around anybody like that. And to anybody who's listening, I'm describing you and what you used to do or what you're doing. Don't take it personally. These are just my things that I don't like. Okay? Don't take anything personally. These are just the things that I prefer not to happen to me. Because I've witnessed it, had it happen, and don't want none of that shit. If I ever have another girlfriend again, right? And we get really close and we're like really together. And if she calls me more than twice or three times a day and it's not important, then I'm gonna tell her, and I'm gonna probably, you know, make her mad if I tell her, because she's probably gonna think that, oh yeah, see, you don't want me to text you and call you all the time because you're probably doing some dumb shit behind my back, and I don't trust you now. That's what she's gonna say to me if I go against what she feels is right. Am I right or am I wrong? Because just imagine if we're together for about 6 months to a year, you know, right? Say I'm dating this chick and we had sex like 3 times and we've been together for 8 months and we're just starting to have sex or whatever, and we're getting closer and closer. And she calls me 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey babe, yes babe, how you doing? Yeah, how's your day? You going to work? I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way now. How about you? Yeah, I'm at work now. Okay, blah blah blah. What you doing now? I'm just drinking a coffee, talking to you, whatever. And then next thing you know, right? Yeah, okay, have a good day. Bye, love you too. Bye. So that's at 8 o'clock. So then lunchtime comes. Hey babe, how you doing? What you doing? It's lunchtime. Yeah. What you eating? What you having for lunch? Where you to? Can you come lunch with me, or can you too busy? Whatever. All that shit's gotta stop. Even after this time. Like, I ain't got no time for that shit. You ain't calling me every fucking couple hours talking about what you're doing. Are you taking a shit? Are you eating? How's your day going? You talk to me when we come home. If we're together that long and we're cool like that, then that is unnecessary for all that bullshit. And don't think about texting me. Because I'm a man, I work with my hands. So my hands are usually dirty or tied up. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, and I need my glasses to text now. So like fucks am I washing my hands every time you call me, and then putting on my glass and be like, oh fuck this crazy bitch again. Hey babe, yes, I'm working right now. I'll talk to you tonight. Please don't get offended, but yes, I'm working. Actually, I'm gonna send you a picture of what I'm doing so you think I'm not lying to you and probably thinking that I don't want to talk to you or I hate you or I'm rude or I'm fucked up. I ain't got no time for those petty fucking bullshit games. You know what I'm saying? I'm going 47. I ain't got no time to be doing puppy love shit and fucking talking to you like some little child. Like, sweetheart, we're gonna talk later when we get home. When we get home and we're making dinner together or we're living together or whatever. And even if we're not, we can talk all night when we're not working. That's when we should be communicating. That's when communication should be at an all-time high. Bang. That's how I feel. And then some women would say to me, like I had a woman say to me not too long ago, oh, but by you doing that, it's not reassuring me of your love for me. And I was like, well, bitch, you don't know love then. Because love is not calling me every fucking day and texting me all night and all day throughout the day asking me what I'm doing. That's not love. That's harassment. Love is letting me do what what I'm supposed to be doing, and then we can love each other more at nighttime when we're together and we have free time and nothing in the way. You understand, sweetheart? That's what love is. Don't fucking tell me what love is, okay? Shut your bitch ass up. That's how I am. And I'll say it just like that. I ain't scared to like disrespect a woman and tell her about herself because you know fully well what you're doing. Don't act all like innocent and girly. Oh my God, you're so rude to me. I've heard that a million times. You're so rude. I'm not rude. I'm telling you the truth and you can't handle it. So you're going to call me rude. I'm not being rude. You're harassing me all fucking day. That's one thing I can't stand. Oh my God. Leave me alone, woman. I'm working. If it's my day off or something, I'll tolerate it. You know? Or that find my location. Oh hell no. Oh babe, can you put on your location so I can see when you're coming home? What is find your location? I don't have that shit on my phone. Yes, you do. No, you know I don't. You don't need to know when I'm coming, where I'm going, or where. I don't need to know where you are either, because I know you're at work and I'm at work. What does find your location prove? Unless you're a parent with your kid. That's where you should have it so you can, make sure your kid's okay or where find out where your kid is. But your spouse, your boyfriend and girlfriend, you need to find your location. You're serious. You must be goddamn foolish. If a woman ever told me, Mark, I want to find your location, I was like, you know what you're gonna find, sweetheart? You're gonna find that fucking door right there. Look, turn the knob, open it up, and find your location out there. Goodbye. I ain't got no time for that shit. You ain't treating me like how people on social media and how people have programmed other people. We're not gonna go be like everybody else. We're gonna be civilized. Okay? Back in the day, when our parents were living, there was no cell phones, no find your damn location. It's called trust. And that's why a lot of people back in the day are still together for years and years and years because they didn't have all that technology. When you have that technology, it causes problems. Believe me, I know. The thing is, as an Aquarius, I don't really consider all Aquarius the same, obviously, right? But some are. Some have the same traits. I feel like I don't give a fuck if I'm an Aquarius or not. My mentality is my parents. My parents are still together 60 years later. They never had no cell phone shit. My dad still has the flip phone because he don't want no fucking iPhone, no Android. He don't want none of that shit because he don't need that shit. He tells my mom, look, I'm gonna go get the blood test at the doctor now. Oh, you need anything from the store? Yeah. My mom says, look, I'm going to the store, I'm gonna do this. They tell each other where they're going. They ain't gonna find my location. You know where I'm going? I'm going to work, damn it. I've never stalked anyone in my damn life. I don't care about that shit. Let me tell you something. What's meant for you to know, you will find out. Right? What you don't see in here, God sees, and He'll put you in front of a situation that's bad for you, and he'll let you know if that person's cheating, lying, or whatever. You'll eventually find out. And if you close your eyes and you don't want to see it, or you don't want to deal with it, or you don't want to feel like it's actually happening, and it is, then that's your dumb ass fault. That's the truth. So all that location shit, all that stuff and shit, you still really don't know what that person is doing. If you say, "Oh, babe, I'm going to work. Bye. See, have a great day." So what makes you think that person's saying that person's going to go to work? How do you really? I hate saying things like this, but it's true. How do you really know if the person you're with is telling the truth 24/7? You really will never know unless you stalk them all day. And even when you miss a day or two, that person could have done it then and been lucky enough not for you to see them do dumb shit. So you will drive yourself absolutely crazy if you got trust issues or you have an issue with, like, knowing where your partner is all the time. If that's the case, then don't ever get into a relationship, because relationships are not meant for you. Because if you can't, you let it go and accept that person is not gonna do anything, then you're an idiot. You're just gonna drive yourself fucking crazy. And why drive yourself crazy over stupid shit like that? What's meant to happen will happen. Yes, I know, understand you don't want to get hurt. I understand you don't want nothing bad happen to you. But you don't live in a perfect world. So get over it and just allow life to happen. You can get married, get divorced. You can get married, get divorced again and again and again. Or you can be in a relationship for 20 years and then for the past 5 years, you were getting cheated on. You will never know. But then one day you found out. It's life. It's the way it is. It's not because you're a bad person. It's because the person that did it to you is bad. Yes, you wish you would have known, or wish it wouldn't have happened, or whatever, or what went wrong. But those things you're never gonna really know the end. There's some things in life you're never gonna know the truth to. It's called get over it, move on, and find the truth elsewhere, starting with yourself. Relationships are probably the most difficult thing to deal with in this world because of these things and opinions that I'm saying right now. That's how relationships are supposed to be and not supposed to be, and then people have a problem with their past relationship. So if I find that most people now, if they've gone through the ringer and they've had someone cheat on them and neglect them and their children or whatever, the next person that comes in, they're going to give that person a harder time than they gave the previous person. And that's where you as a person go wrong. Because if you're trying to analyze another person for someone else's faults, this is when you become the problem in the relationship. And that's why I tell a lot of people, you got to take the blame for your stupid decisions, or for your mistakes, or for you dealing with the wrong person, knowing that you're dealing with the wrong person. And that's the facts. And everybody knows that's true. You have to blame yourself because you took it on. You allowed it to happen. You closed your eyes when you knew things were bad. You were hopeful things were going to change, knowing that it wasn't. Yeah? So don't blame life, blame the way you live it. And people got to hear those things. And guess what? I'm saying these things, and everybody knows it's true, but we have to face those things and really say, you know what? It is my fault. It's not just their fault, even though they did the damage. It's my fault for allowing this person to even do that shit to me, because I already knew deep down inside that I was making a fucking mistake. Or I should have got rid of them last year when they did that. But I thought they were going to change. Well, you thought wrong. That's why a lot more people When you do get disrespected and you do see that red flag waving in your face and your intuition is telling you today's the day I get rid of this person and you don't do it, then you are to blame because God's put that shit in front of you to make the decision, but you don't want to do. And that's what I had to tell myself in the mirror. I said, Mark, you know what, you dumbass? You allowed this bitch to do this. So it's your fault. It's your fault, Mark. And you fucking gotta get over it. You gotta blame yourself. This person, you knew this bitch was conniving. You knew this bitch was lying. And you thought she was gonna change because you loved her and you wanted her and you thought she was the right one. You don't feel like starting over again. But it's your fucking fault. It's you. You're the problem. Because you allow the person to take your energy, disrespect you, and treat you like shit. Because in the back of your little beady mind, it's saying, but I don't want to start all over again. I know this can work. I'm going to fight for it. So you're going to fight the devil and you think you're going to win. You're out of your damn mind. Okay? Listen, I'm not trying to be mean or anything to anybody because I was in the same boat. If I can admit it, you should be able to admit it. If you don't want to, you go ahead. But you remember this day and these words, and I'll leave the video here for you to see. Okay? Mark my words, it's the truth. We are to blame for our own life. And don't say it's bad luck, because it ain't. You can get rid of the bad luck and the bad people. You just choose not to. But guess what? Marky loves you. Because Marky used to do the same thing as you. I'm not perfect. I made a lot of bad decisions in my life. And that's why I've been single for the past 6 years. Because I need to make a better decision. I need to make a decision to where the person is right for me. Not me being right for them. They have to be right for me. And if they're right for me, then I'm going to be right for them. Because they're going to see that I really am a true, genuine, decent person. And once they get to know me and trust me, then they will no longer have issues with me and we'll have an almost perfect life. And that's what I feel will happen eventually for everyone. But if you know you got a bad egg, get that motherfucker back inside that cage of eggs where they belong. Leave them there to rot. They can go irritate somebody else. You know, don't do that shit to yourself. We all deserve the best. That we can find, or someone can find us. Just never settle for bullshit. Don't allow yourself get disrespected because you're gonna get comfortable with disrespect. That's where you're gonna go wrong. Been there, done that. Never do it again. That's why last year, when I was like, last year and the year before, I was kind of like trying to date this girl, trying to talk to her, trying to get to know her. And then she didn't tell me something, and then I found out some shit, and then like I felt like an idiot. I was like, here we go again. You know, this, why the fuck didn't, if we're friends, why the fuck this woman didn't tell me she was going on a trip the same day I'm hanging out with her? That's suspicious. So if I'm your friend and we've known each other for over a year now, and you know, you didn't lie because I didn't ever ask you, but why you didn't tell me if we were together that morning? You mean to tell me you couldn't tell me you're about to board a plane and go on a trip and I'll see you when I get back? You can't tell me that. What type of friend are you? And how we're supposed to be more than that if you couldn't even tell me a basic thing like that? You didn't tell me you didn't have to tell me where you were going or how long. You could have just said, hey, look, I'm traveling today. I'll see you when I get back. And I would have been like, okay, cool. Have a good trip. I have to find out you're somewhere else on Instagram, but I was talking to you that morning. What type of person does that? A weirdo, an idiot, a person that I don't want to associate with anymore. Because if it was the other way around, you would have thought the same thing about me. And don't tell me you wouldn't, because you would. And that's why I said to myself, I'm gonna cut this person off right now. Now when I see that person, hey, how you doing? All right, good. How are you? Good. Have a nice day. Goodbye. There's no talking like we used to talk. There's no chilling out like we used to chill out. There's no hanging out. No, no, no. You're up to no fucking good. Goodbye. And guess what? If it was meant to be, she would have came back around. But she didn't. So it ain't meant to be. Because God sees and hears what I don't. And he basically told me that day, Spirit basically told me that day, look at this shit, huh? Being nice don't get you nowhere. All right, Jessica. Look at that, Jessica. That looks like you. See that? Look. I don't know if it looks like you. Anyway. It says, I am dreaming right now in this moment. The world I think I see outside of me is actually inside of me. It's just images of my imagination. It's all a dream. So keep dreaming in the moment. It'll all come to pass. Yeah, damn right, Amanda. If they can't handle the truth, they got to do a lot of work. But I've been talking like this forever. People know me like, and that's why a lot of people don't like to listen to it because they know it's the truth. Because when I say things like this, it applies to some of the people that are listening. And if it doesn't, they know somebody that it applies to. But I can talk like that because I'm talking from experience. So I don't want you to get hurt either because that's what happens to me. You know, if you're a good person, you do good things and you don't know how to be like fucked up or whatever or treat somebody like shit. You know, I don't know what it's like to treat a woman like shit. Because I don't treat women like shit. You know? I like to be a gentleman. I like to be genuine. I like to be trustworthy. But women can't handle that. A lot of women can't handle a guy like me because they're always trying to find fault with me. And if you keep trying to find fault with me, then fuck you. Don't try and find, you don't want to find no bad side on me. Because when you do, you're going to get fucked off and then you won't want to be with me no more. Because if you keep doubting me or you keep trying to like play games or you keep trying to find faults or you're begging to find some type of bad shit about me, now what's the sense of being with you? You should be focusing on the positive and focusing on our future. Who cares about my past? Who cares about what people tell you about me? You got to figure me out for yourself. So you want to listen to people's lies? So that way, because they're jealous you and I are together? What type of woman are you? You got to figure it out. If I'm dating you, right? And someone says, hey, look, Mark, that woman you're with, so and so, she's a bitch. Listen, she did this to her last man. Look, she ain't got no money. She's gonna take you for everything. That's like she did to her last man. And I'm gonna be like, okay, thanks for the warning, you know? I'll say it, yeah, thanks for the warning, bro. But I'll figure it out for myself. Because right now, she ain't done nothing wrong to me. So even if she has a bad past or things happen bad to her, doesn't mean she's gonna do the same to me. Because she might look at me as her clean slate to be a bad person. Or she might say, Mark, you made me a better person. Because of you, I actually want to be a better person. People change people by that person wanting to change because of someone else, or they see how a person lives and they want to live that way. People need an example on how to live. People need, like, some people need other people to change. It's like how we all learn our profession. We have to learn from someone. It's not just given to us, you know? We have to learn our way through life. We're being taught. So you can be with somebody in a relationship that treats you like no one else has ever treated you. And you have to adjust to the kindness, the trust, the truth. You have to adjust to this person being so honest and not having any faults. Or, you've been through the ringer so much that you're like, fuck, ever since I've been with Mark, my whole life has changed. So that's my intuition is telling me that this is the best decision I ever made. Because ever since I've been around this guy, I've had a great life so far. Where the fuck was this guy 20 years ago? But 20 years ago, I wasn't supposed to be in your life because you were supposed to go through bullshit before you found me and I found you. And it's not just either person, it's together. What you can do together is the final result. It should never be a one person in a dual relationship doing everything. It should never be that way. And that's what I found myself doing. I always found myself, and it's my fault. And that's why my next relationship, I'm not going to do everything. Hell no. Because that's my biggest issue is I'm not trying to control the relationship, but I'll always take the initiative to do something to better the relationship or to make things better. Or I'll take the initiative to do this. I'll take the initiative to do that. I'll try and do it before my girlfriend does. Whatever that is, But if we go ahead and do it together, then I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, finally somebody that meets me halfway. It was actually someone that did the shit that I was supposed to do. And that's it. But the only way you're gonna find that out, the only way your relationship gets put to a test, in my opinion, is when you start living with each other. When you start living with each other, that's when you see who you're really with. Because there's no escape. There's no escape. You're going to wake up and go to sleep together. And once you start doing that, that's when you're really going to see who you're with. And that's the test of time. And that should be done way before engagement and way before marriage. And that's just my opinion. That's the only way your relationship is truly going to last in this day and age. Is if you live with that person for at least a year, wake up and go to sleep with that mofo every day. You don't have to put them through the test. The test will be you living with that person. And whether or not you can be a dual partner success. It's that simple. And there's no way in hell Mark is going to get married to somebody and not live with them first. I will live with you for at least a year before I even drop on my knees and spend money on a ring to give to you and put on your finger. Then after I do that, I'm going to live with you a little bit more. And then I might marry you if things are good. If not, then there's a lot of work to be done. It's that simple. But that's the problem in this day and age. Is nobody wants to go through the whole shebang. They just want to go out with you now. A month's time, they want to fuck. If the sex is great, let's get married. Let's have a kid. And then let's live together forever. Or for however long it's going to last. Nobody does it the opposite way. Hardly ever anybody does it that way. Let's go out together. Let's wait a couple months to find out if we're really meant to be. Then when we do have sex, 6 months or however long you want to wait, and we realize, yes, this is great. We have a great sex life. We've known each other. We trust each other. We love each other. And a year later, you're like, great, let's go live with each other now. Let's go to the next level. Let's go in stages to get to where we need to be. And once you go through all those stages, it'll be better for you. But then again, there is the 10% of people that do the total opposite. Like what I just said. You meet now, a month's time you're living together, 6 months you're married, a year later you got a child, and you're about to have your 20th year anniversary, and you're madly in love with each other, and it's been perfect. But that's only 10% that end up that way. Because those are the people who are really meant to be with each other, where there's no stages and levels and trials and tribulations. They just are meant to be together. And no, not twin flame shit. I'm talking about real shit, okay? Where you're really meant to be with that person. Where it just bond. The bond is just perfect. And you ain't got to go through all that. You take the shortcut because you already know. But I think some relationships need the whole step-by-step process. And it all depends on how people are too, you know? But I think the percentage of that is very low of you succeeding without going through the whole shebang. And that's just my opinion. Don't shoot me. Oh yeah, definitely, Amanda. Always trust your intuition. Partners are supposed to be equal work together. Yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah, some hide it very well, especially on Facebook and on pictures and all sorts of bullshit. They act like they're together, and then next thing you know, they're getting a divorce. That's what pisses me off about people. You go on Facebook, you got a picture of each other. Oh yeah, it's our 2nd year anniversary. We're toasting to love. And then 3 months later, you're filing for divorce. The fuck out of go get off of social media, idiot. Keep those pictures in your phone. Nobody gotta see your dumb ass. That's what makes me mad. I'll be like, what you mean they getting a divorce? Fuck, I just saw them on Facebook all lovey-dovey, taking pictures together, drinking champagne on some trip or whatever. What are you talking about they're getting a divorce? I just saw them together. Oh, well, that's why they're getting a divorce. Some fake ass shit, fake love. I said, oh, well, better damn than me. I ain't publicizing my life on no Facebook or wherever. Post up and then getting a divorce a couple of days later or a couple of months later when you just went on Facebook promoting yourself as being like this power couple. Fuck out of here. I think social media has also destroyed a lot of relationships. That's my opinion too. Since social media has been around, that it's ruined a lot of relationships. Why'd you like that girl's picture? Why did you like my friend's picture? She was in the bikini. Why did you like his picture? He was in a suit looking nice. Oh, well, he's my friend on Facebook. If that's the case, I shouldn't have been his friend. Why you tell me to be his friend? Oh, well, you don't have to like his picture. Just be his friend. Because when you like his picture, that means you like what he looks like or like what she looks like. Are you serious right now? Okay, well, I'll unlike it. Actually, I'll unfriend the person. Hey, why did your husband unfriend me? Oh, because he liked your picture in that bikini when you was on that boat. Oh, but that doesn't mean he wants to fuck me or anything. He's just, liking my picture. Who cares? Oh, but I don't want him to. You look like a jealous idiot. That's why social media ruins a lot of people's lives. Social media ain't our fault. It's, people are the problem. People are the problem. I don't want you to be friends with that person. Take them off your friends list. You talking to me? Bitch, you better go lay down. Yeah, I ain't got time for that shit, Amanda. That's not me. I can't deal with that. I'll be very honest. If I find a girlfriend this year, and I'm with her, and we get serious, and she says, "Babe, do you mind if I put a picture of us on Facebook?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. You can do it. I'll be cool about it, whatever." And I'll be okay with it, but I won't post it on mine. And if she says, "Babe, why don't you post it on yours?" I said, "Because I don't do all that shit. But you can do it if you want to, because that's what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you no, but I'm not going to do it." "Oh, but you don't love me." Okay. Well, if you think a picture signifies love, then that just shows who you are. All right, well, I'll put the picture up there if you think I don't love you then. Then when I post it up there, it'll be another problem. "Oh, so and so liked it and commented and said that you look really nice and this and that." I'm like, "Oh, there you go. That's why I didn't want to post, because you're getting jealous." But nothing. Amanda, that's cool. I hope so. You know what? I'll be honest, Amanda. Every psychic and every reading for the past 10 years have told me that. And you know what? One day it'll happen. And it's when God wants it to. So if it is, great. If it isn't, it's all good. And you know what? If it's gonna be any year, it's probably gonna be this year because of all the planetary action and Pluto coming into Aquarius and me being a dragon and having a dragon year, things like that. So it's all lining up for me now. So if the potential is more for this year, I believe that. I believe the potential is going to be high for me this year. So if it happens, hey, it's a miracle. But if not, it's all good. I'm never gonna say, "Well, you told me this and you told me that." I'm not that type of person, but it's you know, it's something that I've always wanted, and everybody wants a relationship that's successful. So, um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll let you know, and I'm very optimistic about this year because of all the planetary action and everything like in my, sign. So, hey, if it does, it does. And if I ever get married, everybody's invited, and everybody gets to eat nice wedding cake and go to the wedding on the beach. But that's up to her, like, if she wants that type of shit. Like, yeah, because I know two, I know a couple, but I know two Capricorns men that when Pluto went into Capricorn 20 years ago, they both, one of them got married, the other one had a child. I was with a woman, right? And after 20 years, that same Capricorn got a divorce and found someone else. And the other Capricorn guy I actually work with, and he, after 20 years of having a child, in the beginning of the 20-year period, he had the child with the first girlfriend. And then after the 20-year cycle, which we're coming up to, he actually got married and had a child with another woman. See? So that's what happened with those two Capricorns when they had Pluto in their signs. One got married and divorced and got another girlfriend, and the other one had a child with the first woman. It didn't work, and then 20 years later, he had a child with another woman, and now he's married and happy. So sometimes it's the rebirth and then the death, and sometimes it's the death and then the rebirth. So it all depends. So the next 20 years, starting this year, it all can happen for me now. Now can be my time where the next 20 years I'll be in a relationship and have a family, get married, and all that type of shit. You never know. And Aquarius is different from Capricorn. So certain signs and certain planets um, are significant for that sign, or deal with that sign differently. Every planet, every sign is different, and it all depends on where you have the placements too. Because I heard some astrologers say that um, it's gonna affect like early Aquariuses, like Aquariuses that have like 0 to 1, 2 degrees in their chart. So after all these years go by, it depends on where your degrees is. So I'm like, well, you know, and then it says if you're a sun Aquarius or a rising Aquarius, those are two different things are gonna happen. And if you have an Aquarius moon, then it's different for you again. It's just like the dragon year. You have a fire dragon, a wood dragon, whatever dragon. There's different dragons. So like it's different steps, different things. So you have to like it's like it's a whole year of craziness. So this year has already started out great for me. It's only 16 days into the year, but it's been good so far. And Pluto doesn't go into Aquarius until next week. I mean, this weekend. Okay, you're in Aquarius too, right? And you have Venus in Aquarius. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm Sun and Rising. I'm a double Aquarius. I never forget the first day I got my chart read. I got read by an Aquarius lady, and she says, "Holy shit, you're a double Aquarius." I was like, "What does that mean?" She goes, "You're double goddamn trouble," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. I'm double the pleasure and double the fun." So we had a good laugh about it. I didn't know what the hell it meant at the time. I was like, I don't know no shit about no rising and fucking Venus and Pluto. I don't give a shit about none of that stuff. And she was like, "Oh, you have to give a shit. It's your chart. It's your it's all about you." And I'm like, "Okay, so being a double Aquarius, what does that mean?" She goes, "It just means that you have that's your sign, and that's your rising, and it's to do with this, it's to do with that, it's to do with your personality, your houses, and where it falls in your house, and this and that." And I'm like, "Look, this is too much shit for me. I'm not no damn astrologer. I don't give a shit." And she's like, "Look, I'll teach you all this stuff." And I was like, I'm like, I don't know. Not this was like 20 years ago when I got it read, right? So I didn't give a shit about it. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll figure it out, you know. So I have Venus in Aries. I have Virgo in my moon in Virgo, whatever. My Jupiter is in Taurus, so that's also significant for me this year. Like everything's lining up for me. It's actually insane because one of my astrologer friends was like, "Oh my God, Mark, I remember you have Jupiter in Taurus, and Jupiter goes into Taurus direct in May or some shit like that." And she was all excited for me, and she's like, "It's gonna be there for a while, and all this shit's gonna be great for you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I look forward to it. I'm good. Hopefully it's all good." And like another thing is my Mercury is in Capricorn too. So that just happened as well. So all of the things that are happening are all in my birth chart. A lot of things that are in there for this year. So if I were to get my birth chart read right now, an astrologer will have like a he'd have to do it. They would have to do the chart twice because it'll be like, what the fuck am I seeing here? Yeah, it definitely could be my year, you know. Yeah, and I'm about to get all of that, so I'm still waiting for certain things to happen. Yeah, I heard Jupiter in Taurus is a good thing, and when I looked at my chart, I was like, oh yeah, she was right. I do have Jupiter in Taurus. Holy shit! Added to having a dragon year and being a dragon, having Aquarius and Pluto in Aquarius, where I'm a double Aquarius. I'm like, what else? Holy shit! So it should be fun. Should be a fun year. I look forward to it. I've been through a tough year last year with my family and my friends. They've been through a lot of my friends and family have been through hell and back. And not me personally. Like me personally, I've been okay. Nothing bad, just like regular shit. Nothing where like I'm like, oh my god, my life is ruined. Like I'm not like that. Like I live life and just like I just fix shit and make sure I make better decisions and better plans. I really don't complain much. I go with the flow. Like, yeah, I'm a fire dragon. That's what I am. I'm the fire dragon. 1976. I was born in 77, but their year is the 76. So I looked it up and I'm a fire dragon. So yeah, I'm the fire dragon. Dragons in movies always spit fire, so and they kill everything in their path and fuck shit up. So I'm not that type of person. I don't fuck shit up. But if you fuck with me, then that's what's probably gonna happen. Yeah, this year is the wood dragon. Yeah, but all the different dragons all are significant because we're dragons. So it's gonna affect me as well because it's a dragon year. Like I don't really know too much about all that stuff. I just read, like I just saw it and it went through like all the things. It says this is a dragon year, so the wood dragon is this, the fire dragon is that, this dragon is that. And I'm like, look, I don't give a fuck. I'm a dragon, whatever. It's just like Aquarius. Or because it's not in my like the degrees is not the same. It doesn't matter. You're still a damn Aquarius. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it all means something, obviously. It all means something. Like it was something about like the degree or whatever it was. I can't remember. Um, I'll actually pull up my chart here real quick. I have it on my desktop. I'm not really like, all into astrology. I know about it, but I'm not like, I don't know how to do my own chart or anything like that. That's not really my thing. I leave it to the professionals, and I don't want to like learn too much about it. It's pretty difficult to deal with, and I rather like go to somebody and deal with it. So like my sun sign Aquarius is 17 degrees, right? And my rising sign ascendant is 10 degrees. So they said if we are like the early like degree like 0 to 1 or 2 or whatever, it's gonna affect you more now. So whereas like me, I'm 10 and 17, so I'm not gonna feel it until afterwards. Like I'll feel it, but not significantly until it gets into my degree. I don't know if that's true because that's just what I heard from a couple astrologers. But Some people say it doesn't matter. It's just because you're an Aquarius, that's what's going to happen. But see, I have Libra in Pluto, so my Neptune is in Sagittarius, my Uranus is in Scorpio, Saturn in Leo, Jupiter in Taurus, Mars in Capricorn, Mercury in Capricorn, Venus in Aries, Moon in Virgo, Lilith in Taurus, North Node in Libra, all that type of shit. That's what I have. So that's like my chart. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Yeah, because air fuels fire. I always tell people that. Yeah, yeah, that's cool, Amanda. So yeah, I just gave you my chart pretty much, like of what I know and what it is. So a lot of those things are all in. I have like those things in my chart. So I know one thing. Like I said, Pluto in Aquarius, I'm double Aquarius. And the Jupiter in Taurus is going to be very significant for me, because I have it in my chart. And just a while ago, I think, or just now, or like about a month ago, Mercury entered Capricorn or something like that, or Mercury was in Capricorn, or the retrograde was Mercury in Capricorn, some bullshit like that. Then it shared it with Sagittarius or something like that. So I was like, oh shit, yeah, I got Mercury in my Capricorn, so maybe something's gonna happen or whatever. So things like that. But I don't have every sign in my chart, that's for sure. It's all different. I have Taurus twice, Capricorn twice, Aquarius twice, and Libra twice in my chart. So yeah. I'm learning a lot more astrology as people, teach me things. Yeah. What I don't know is like the houses, like the first house, the second house, like all the 12 houses I have, like um like all different signs in my houses here. So then you got the degrees and all that shit. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, I have air, earth. I hardly have any water in here. The only water sign I have in here is Scorpio. That's it. I only have Scorpio in my Uranus and Scorpio. I don't have no other water sign. So, and Scorpio is a fixed sign like me. So the interesting thing is I have all the fixed signs in my chart: Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So I have all the fixed signs in my chart, which is a good thing, I believe. So yeah, I have fire, earth. I have a little bit of everything, but just one water sign. I don't have no Cancer in my chart and no Pisces in my chart. Like in the planets. In the houses, obviously I do, because every house is a sign, right? So yeah, that's what I got in here. So I know about the fixed signs and things. So I noticed that I had all the fixed signs in my chart. So I was like, okay, well that might be a good thing. Yeah, right. So because Pluto will be in the first house, so my first house ascendant is Aquarius, right? Because it's my ascendant first house. Yeah. Because when I look at my chart, it says the ascendant is Aquarius, then the second house is, well, the second is Pisces, the third is Aries, fourth is Taurus, fifth is Gemini, six is Cancer. That's how my thing goes, like that, like the Platypus orb, whatever. I don't know what the fuck that means, but whatever. But like, I obviously the houses are different, but like my chart thingy, it says all that stuff. Like, I don't know what all that shit means, but yeah. Let's just say I'm looking forward to all of it unfolding and happening. Yeah, should be interesting. Yeah, I don't really get along with Capricorn men and some women. I don't really like too many Capricorn people. I mean, obviously, there's bad and good in everybody, you know, and bad and good in every sign. I've had a lot of bad experiences with Capricorn men. I used to work with a Capricorn, and my ex brother in law was a Capricorn, and both of them are assholes. And both of them like try to compete with me, always jealous about me, and always try to fight with me. We never got along. It was always a fucking problem, always bitching and moaning. My mom's a Capricorn, and she's a drama queen. She's very needy and always wants shit. And but she's a good person. Obviously, she's my mom. I love her, but she's a pain in the ass. But the Capricorn men, I've had a lot of problems with. A lot. Always fighting, always arguing, always like trying to be better than me, or like just stupid shit. Like, right. I think Capricorn's more of a sign where people try to, they get offended quick. They try to run your life or try to tell you what to do all the time, and they want you to do it their way and no way. Yeah, bullheaded. Like, I don't like people like, I can't. Like, I want to be free of that, of negativity. I don't want no bullheaded person around me. If you're stubborn, like, go fuck yourself. Leave me alone. Like, I can't stand that shit, man. It's annoying. Like you said, like Aquarius brings on the freedom and the celebration and humanity and just like free will and just doing whatever makes you happy. Like, I don't feel like, I mean, I feel like everyone can be stubborn, but I feel like Aquarians are more leaders instead of followers, you know? They want to lead the pack. They want to show people like, hey, look, together we're better, even though I might be better, but let's, I can show you the way. Like, that as I'll be the leader of the team, but you know, I can carry you all for sure. But if you help me, we can be even better. That's how I am. Like, I don't mind leading the pack. You just better fucking help me so we can lead the pack together. I don't need no recognition. I just want to make, get to a higher place, and we can be doing it together. Like, I see some people don't see it that way. Whereas the Capricorn would be like, fuck you, I'm on top, you're my peasants. That's how I feel about them. They just want to like be a pain in the ass and think that it's their way or no way. And I'm better than you. No. you know. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the next 20 years. Um, and I can definitely say that knowing the Capricorns that have gone through the last 15, 20 years, they have all definitely changed and all changed, you know, from better to worse or worse to better. So I think that for me, because, Aquarius is different, and Aquarius in the next 20 years, I feel like I'm not going to get worse. I feel like I'm going to get a lot better. I feel like it's going to get like better and better and better and better and better. Because that I'm not going to settle for less. You see what I'm saying? You got to use the planetary action to change for even better. There's always room for improvement, right? So that's the thing. Like I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna get worse in the next 20 years. I doubt that, because the last 20 years I've gotten better. So I feel like with Pluto in my sign, I can get even better in the next 20 years, and I'm probably going to be doing this a lot more in the next 20 years, because I'm getting older and I don't want to work harder anymore. Like I want to work hard for another maybe 10 years, but then when I'm going 47. So when I'm like 57, I don't want to be doing electrical and construction and busting my ass and walking up a ladder and painting shit and doing shit. Hell no. When I'm 57, 10 years from now, and then the next 20 years, I want to be like a full-time psychic and do this work and teach people and have, you know, like when I was talking to Brenda yesterday and Star, I'm looking at Brenda and she's in her 70s, and I'm like, fuck, this is what I want to be when I'm like that age. Yeah, see, you're older than me, so like you already know what you want to do and what you want to be. So like that's how I felt yesterday when I looked at Brenda. I'm like, fuck, she's that old. She doesn't even look that old, or like. And I'm like, look at her. She evolved. She just basically said, like, she didn't want to do this type of shit. And now look at her. She's doing it. From a hairstylist owner to a psychic, you know? And that's like me. I'm an electrician for the past 25 years. So for the next 20 years, I might be doing this full time and saying fuck working hard. But I don't want to, not yet. I still want to like work hard for a little bit longer. Well, not work hard, but just work smarter. That's all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think my days of working very hard is over. You know, that's cool. That's a talent in itself. It's a hard job to deal with because you got to deal with people. See how she said she had to touch those people and shit like that. It's true. And with me, the last 20 years, I've been on my own for 16 years. And I'll tell you one thing, the last 20 years, my whole life has changed, period. I went from being working for everybody else, doing electrical and being a DJ, and from giving that all up and doing this and having my own business. So the last 20 years was a huge transition for me. I gave up all the things I loved and started new things. So, yeah. So I think in the next 20 years, when I'm 67, I feel like I can still be on here and be like, yo, 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 it's Marky Marks Tarot. I'm here for 20 something years now. I've been doing this for a long time. Hey, I'm finally doing it full time and I'm enjoying it. You know, I really do hope so. That 20 years time, I'm doing the same, doing this and being more active in it. I think that that's what it's prepared me for. I feel like God always prepares me for my next step. And it's been weird because the last 6 months, I feel like my psychic world has completely changed. It's gotten way more different, way more like out there, like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? How the hell is this even possible? How the hell is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Is this really my thing to do now? Is this my next like hobby turning into a real life situation, job here, or what? Is this is why like this shit's happening to me? Is this why I'm meeting these people? It's about to transition me into this now, you know. So I'm like, I don't like I honestly like I see it happening and I can't run from it. I've been trying to get away from it, but it won't work. It's weird, but it's not weird. It's weird, but not weird because now I accept it more. I realize that I should be here. And if I don't, it's like it makes me feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And from last year to now, my business that I've had for the past 16 years has been like last year, 2003 was blah. It was like I had work, but not as much as I had the previous 2 years. Like 2021 and 2022 was ridiculous. I had so much work, I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was barely on here. And then 2023, it was like Mark has to take care of his family. Mark has to take care of him. You got to go on live on YouTube and Instagram, and you got to be a psychic this year. That's what your job is. You got to come on here and read for people and help people and help your family and yourself. And this year started off like the same way. Like I keep getting pushed over here where nobody's calling me to get electrical work done. It's fucking insane. But people will get readings from me and things like that. So it's like I don't fight it. You see, I don't fight against it. I just let it happen because I know that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I feel like Pluto is about to change my career, change my life, like with, this, like push me away from my physical business and put me into more of a mental, psychic, spiritual like way. You know, that's how I feel right now. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna like put me here more, which I don't mind. I don't mind, it's cool. Whatever. Yeah, I want to write a book. I do. I want to write a book on mediumship and tell people all my stories like how Brenda did yesterday. Like that shit's like it means a lot to hear her say those things, even though like some people would be like, yeah, this is bullshit. It's not though. Everybody has like different experiences. Sometimes when people explain things, only they know because only they can see and witness it. That's why they're telling you. It's not meant for everybody to understand or to believe or to like analyze. It's what happened, you know? It's the way it is. Well, Amanda, God bless you, sweetheart. That's a lot to take in. That's more than what's happened to me in the past 15 years. Um, I would never want to go through that. But God bless you. And I know it's made you stronger because you're here now talking to me. And that's a lot to go through. And what they say is what don't kill you make you stronger. So, um, yeah, and you're an Aquarius, see, so it doesn't like sometimes, you're not even a Capricorn, so it changed you, period. It's just like me, and last 20 years ago, I was working for idiots and wanting to work for myself. And then 16 years ago, I was like, you know what? I'm not working for anybody anymore. I'm going to work for me. I'm starting my own business, my own company. I'm going to get my own tools. I'm going to have my own clients and fuck everybody. And that's exactly what I did. And then 4 years later, 4 years ago, I started this channel. I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I like when I was listening to Brenda and she was like, I don't want to do this shit. And she was gonna be a hairdresser and she had her business. It's just like me. I have my business. I don't want to do this. But you get pushed, you have no choice because your friends and people want you to help everybody. And that's real friends that tell you that shit. So if your real friends tell you go and do it, then fucking do it. Like, so I did it. And here I am. September will be 5 years for me that I've been on here. But I've been doing psychic shit for 20 years, but just been on here, live for the past 4 or 5 years, almost 5 years. And it's changing. Everything changes. And I'm looking forward to the next 20 years if God gives me that, which I know He will. Yeah. So the last 16, 20 years, I would say my life changed extremely, as far as career wise. That's definitely changed. Love life haven't changed. It's the same shit. My last 20 years, it was definitely no like real love relationships. I've had like relationships, but nothing serious. Nothing like, that changed my life. The only thing that changed for me was my career and my life and my business. Those things changed for me. Like my love life never changed. I always found some idiot and it didn't work. So that's what's happened to me in the past 20 years as well. So, but now it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting now because obviously Pluto goes into Aquarius. So it's going to be interesting for me now. See what happens. We'll see what happens. Who knows? We shall see. It's still early yet. But I'm looking forward to it though. I'm definitely I'm a guy, I love change. I've done so many things in my life. I feel like I open up a new talent every so often, you know? I've done so many different jobs, so many different things. Um, I've learned so much from so much people in the past 20 years, and I'm still learning. Like, I feel like I want to learn more and more every day. And I feel like in my profession, as an electrician and as a maintenance guy, and a property manager, and what I do for a living, those are the things I do. I'm always learning something new with a house because a house is something that you can always make better. So I'm always trying to find a better way to make a house better or to make it more secure, make it more safe, add more to the value of the house, and add more value to my knowledge. And like you said, we seek knowledge, and that's I can't get enough. Like I want to learn more and more and more. Like because my motto is the more I learn, the more I earn, and not just earn money, earn respect, and earn trust, and earn like you know uh more information. So that's how I feel about that whole thing. I feel like I want to learn. I can learn anything, and I can do anything. Like I challenge myself. I'm like, you know what? That's not really my thing, but I'm gonna try and fix that shit. I'm gonna try and make that thing better. Like I'm determined to make shit work. And if it's not meant to work, then I'm like, all right, well, fucking just leave it in there. I don't consider it a failure. I just consider like, look, it's broken. I can't fix it. Fuck it. We just get another one. You know. Or if I can fix something without throwing it, I don't believe in throwing shit away unless it's really finished. Like if I can fix something, I'll fix it. I can't just like throw shit away. I don't like wasting things. I like to like make shit out of something that doesn't work anymore, or use the parts off of that to fix something else. Like I'm not a wasteful ass person. Like I have to fix shit. I can't just leave shit broken. I have to fix it. If I see shit broken in your house, I'll offer to fix it. Because I can't just see shit broken, or I can't see shit messed up. I like to fix shit, make shit look better. That's just me. Like I can't just see things all messed up. I don't like that. Like I say, I gotta fix that shit. I don't like that. Let me ask them in a nice way if I can fix it for them, or if they need somebody to fix it, I'll do it. That's what I tell my client. I'm like, look, you want me to fix this light because it's like basically hanging off this person's like thing, your thing. And they're like, yeah, you can go ahead and go get another one and fix it up for me. I was like, I can do this too. Oh, you do that too? I said, yeah, look, I can take that off. I'll do this. He goes, yeah, sure, go ahead, fix it up for me. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I didn't know you do that. I'm saying, yeah, I do everything, no problem. I'll hook it up for you. And I do know how to do it. It's just like I just, offer it. Sometimes people don't ask me because they don't think I know, but I'll offer it, and then that's how I get the work. So I'm like, yeah, I know how to do that. I've been trying to get somebody to do that forever. But nobody wants to get dirty. Nobody wants to go through the bullshit. I said, I'll do it. It's cool. I don't consider it bullshit. I consider it work and making money. They don't want to do it. I'll do it. That's cool. Yeah, I believe that because I read architectural plans. I read architect plans. That's what I used to do 10 years ago. But I stopped doing it because people are just, too people here in Bermuda and all over the world. But people here in Bermuda, I can't work with contractors because they just don't have a clue. And when they build houses, they do everything backwards. They don't listen to me, or they don't listen to anybody. They know everything, and they don't even know how to read plans properly. But I I learned how to read plans, architectural plans, and I know how to like put all the electrical where it has to go. Like I measure it with a ruler or a tape measure, but I have like a specific ruler that goes by centimeters, inches, whatever, half inch to this, 3/4 to this inch, is the wall, whatever, 10 feet, whatever. So I have to map it all out. So I know exactly where to put the receptacle, the pipe. I'm constantly measuring things when I read a plan. So I'll the people will give me a plan of a house, and I'll say, okay, look, I'll give you a price in a couple of days. And they'll laugh at me like, oh, just a couple of days? People need more than that. I said, I don't need a couple of days. This ain't rocket science. It's easy. I've been doing this shit forever. Okay, whatever. And they're like, yeah, whatever. So in 3 days' time, I'll give them a price, and they'll be like, oh, okay, thanks. And then they'll get a price from somebody else, and it'll be like $5,000 more. And they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go with you. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. I'm cheaper. You want to go with me? But little do you know, you're gonna end up paying me that extra 5 grand eventually because you're gonna add shit. Because this plan is a basic plan. So when you look at a room and you say, well, why isn't there a receptacle right here? I said, because there's none on the plan. See? But if you want to put one there, you got to pay me. It's going to cost you an extra this $100 or a couple $100 for this. And then, look, there's only one light here. You should have two. Okay, there's not two on the plan. No, there's only one. So do you want to have one light or you want to have one on each side? And like, okay, yeah, I put another one. So that's a couple $100 again. So then like some people have a bathroom and they have just a vanity light and a vent. And somebody wants to put a heater in there or a towel warmer or like pot lights or a light in the shower. So those are all extra shit. That's not on the plan. The plan's basic. So I always price it basic, but I'm always gonna make more than there's not one job I've done where I haven't made extra money because of the people that want more things. So that's why like I don't really overprice things because I know I'm gonna get extra money in the end anyway. Yeah, exactly. But I was taught how to read plans and I paid attention. And the guy who taught me, he knows what he's still doing it to today. But I just can't handle working with other people that don't know what they're doing. And I remember like one job back in 2010, I did a big house for this guy and I did the electrical and the contractor was a Capricorn asshole. And he said, "Oh, don't tell me. I know you're older than me, but you can't tell me how to read a plan." I said, "Look, I'm not telling you how to read a plan. I'm just telling you, you know, you ever heard that saying, measure twice, cut once, not measure once and cut twice?" I said, "Well, I measured this twice, and my pipe goes in this wall, which is 6-inch wall. It's not an 8-inch wall, it's a 6-inch wall because it's just a wall coming off that's not holding anything. It's a part of the office." So I said, "On this wall, I have to put a receptacle and a switch because this is the doorway." And he's like, "Oh, no, it isn't. This isn't a 6-inch wall. It's an 8-inch wall, and you got to put it this way." And I said, "All right, cool." I said, "I'll make you a deal. I'm going to put it where you want me to put it. I'm going to put my electrical pipe where you want me to. You mark it out." And I said, "But if it's wrong, I'm going to give you my jackhammer and you're going to get your guys to jackhammer the ground and that wall and move my pipe." He goes, "Okay, deal, deal." He was all confident and cocky. I was like, "All right, you're an idiot. You don't want to bet me. You're gonna lose." And when it came when everything was poured of concrete and he marked out the wall, my pipe was sticking out of the wall. And I said, "I told you the wall's over here, bro. You don't want to listen to me. It's not 10 feet, it's 11 feet. And that's where my pipe should be. You fucked up. So here's my jackhammer. Let me know when it's ready, bro." And his face went red. He was so fucking mad because he knew he was wrong. But he never said sorry. He never said anything. He got his guy to jackhammer the thing, and I put my pipe back in the wall. I said, "There you go. You don't want to listen? You're a fucking idiot. Try and tell you like you're wrong, bro. Just listen to me, like trying to help you out." That's it. Yeah, he deserved it. So that's what happened to me on my first ever big job. The guy was like, "I don't even know you. I've never heard about you. I didn't know you. I don't know you as an electrician." I said, "I don't know you either." I said, "But we're not going to sit here and fight over where shit's going. I'm going to put my pipes where they're supposed to go. It's your fault where you put the wall. You build the wall. I put the pipes in the wall. But you ain't going to make me look like no damn fool." And after that, he hired me to do the rest of his jobs. And he would make me go first so I can map it out properly. He used me afterwards, and that's why it's like I can't work for you no more. But he acted so, you know, confident and cocky, like, "Yo, I know everything." And I'm like, "Yeah, typical Capricorn guy. Guys think you know everything, but when you meet an Aquarius guy, that's when you actually learn. Don't you know we're higher in the zodiac, bro? You know, we run shit. You just have to learn." So that's not like a good match in men. Aquarius men and Capricorn men in my lifetime has not worked. We can't get along because the Capricorns, like you said, they're bullheaded. They don't want to listen. It's their way or no way. Yep, it is. But I don't consider all Capricorns devilish. I just consider Capricorns like know-it-alls. Like, oh, I know more than you. You can't tell me because I heard this and I know that. That's what I don't like about them. The Capricorns that I know, they're all like that. They think they know everything. You can't tell them nothing. You hear my damn dog in the background? Hey. She's snoring at the top of her lungs. She's snoring so loud back here. I'm like, what the heck? Oh man, she's funny. She snores so loud. I'm surprised you didn't hear her. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. It's 2:20 in the morning. Thanks for the great conversation. It's nice talking to you always. But yeah, I can go on and on and on about the stories of. I never used to worry about zodiac signs, but after people started talking on here about like how people and how signs were, that's when I started to say, okay, well, let me see the people who I don't like and don't get along with. And I'm like, holy shit, that asshole is a Capricorn. That asshole is a Capricorn. Oh, and that bitch is a Capricorn too. Those are people I don't like. So maybe it's a Capricorn thing. And then I'm like, well, what about my mom? I love my mom. She's not a liar. She's not a devil. She's not a bitch. I love my mom. So maybe she has other things in her chart and, she's not a bad Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? So like, it don't make no sense. Like I'm like, all right, well then, like I tell everybody, there's good and bad in every one and every sign. So not every sign is going to be the same. I'm sure you know an Aquarius person that's an idiot too, or a piece of shit, or you don't get along with them. So, yeah, yeah, exactly. So I never like, I also have problems with Aries women. I dated a few Aries women and they were all a pain in the ass. And my sister, my oldest sister's an Aries, and she's a bitch, and I don't speak to her. But then I have some Aries women who I love to death, and I'm so close to, and I'm really happy like being their friends. So I'm like, wait a minute, this don't make no damn sense. How can so it's not true. Not all people, not all signs are the same. It's not. Because when I first came on YouTube, all these women used to say, I hate Aquarius men. They're fucking manipulators. They're cheaters. Oh yeah, my Aquarius man, he controls me and he's this and he's that. And I'm like, holy shit. Who are these people? Like, I'm not like that. So how can you say all Aquarius men are fucked up? I ain't done nothing wrong to nobody. I'm not no cheater, no manipulator, no liar. I never cheated on anybody in my life. So don't talk about Aquarius people like that's not me, you know? So like I was offended when I first came on here. I was like, these bitches got some whack ass Aquariuses. What the hell's going on? So like I used to get mad at a lot of women when they said that shit. Like I'm like, wow, you girls are really bashing Aquarius men. And when I used to say I'm an Aquarius, they're like, I'm like, okay, fuck you too. Like, or because you had a bad experience with an Aquarius man doesn't mean that all Aquarius men are bad, you know? So that's why, like, I was skeptical back then. I'm like, oh wow, I'm never gonna find a decent woman. They hate Aquarius men. But I know Aquarius. I know a lot of Aquarius men who are happily married, and their wives love them. I have a client who's a Capricorn woman, and she has an Aquarius man. They've been together for years, and you know they have kids, and she loves him, and he loves her, and they're still together. So I that's the thing. You just never know. Everybody's different. Like you say, yin and the yang. There's tons of zodiac signs that aren't supposed to be together, but they're together because it's the person, not the sign. That's the difference. You could be a certain sign, but it's all about your upbringing and how you've been programmed and talked to and dealt with. You know. So yeah. You're welcome, Jessica. All right. Yeah, I'm off to bed too. I'm gotta get out of here. I promised myself I wasn't gonna be on here late, and here I am again. All right. Good night, Jessica. Good night, Amanda. Good night, everybody that's watching. Appreciate you guys listening and coming around. And I'll be here tomorrow at some point in time. Take care. Love you guys.